The title of this episode is A Fool's Hour, which is disappointing to me. I thought the last two episode titles were really good and said a lot about the show. Powers from the Past was a good title for the introductory episode, and Past Present Fusion was even a good enough title to represent the team coming together. But A Fool's Hour sounds like the type of comedy-focused episode that would usually be saved for the middle of the season, so my only expectation is that the episode doesn't reflect that. This is episode 3, A Fool's Hour. The episode opens in space, where Sledge yells at Fury for not being able to get a single energem after 65 million years, even though Fury explains that Keeper gave the energems to dinosaurs for protection. Hearing the Keeper is still alive also makes Sledge even angrier, so he calls Fury useless before checking on his captors. One of the captors, Scrapper, tries to escape, but Sledge stops him and decides to make a deal with the monster, saying he will release Scrapper if he gets him an energem. Meanwhile on Earth, Chase and Riley are hanging out at the underground lab where Riley is practicing with his Dino Saber. Shelby then comes in, followed by Tyler, who is excited that he gets to work at the museum's restaurant as a busboy. Miss Morgan then comes in and tells Shelby that she's late even though Tyler came in after her, and Shelby asks why the Rangers have to work at the restaurant if they're superheroes. Miss Morgan says it will help them keep their cover before Koda walks out of a cave having just woken up. Tyler asks Koda about the cave, and Koda says that it's his home, with Miss Morgan adding that Koda found his energem 100,000 years ago, making Koda a literal caveman. Riley says that's impossible, but Miss Morgan says that as long as the Rangers are bonded to energems, they won't age. Tyler checks out some of the drawings on Koda's cave wall, which Koda says tell his story. Tyler asks about a certain drawing that Koda identifies as Fury, and after matching it with the drawing from his dad's journal, Tyler realizes that Fury was the monster who was stalking his father. The alarm suddenly goes off, and Miss Morgan says that multiple objects are entering the Earth's atmosphere, so the Rangers go to check on the situation. The Rangers come face to face with Scrapper, Wretch, and Poisandra, as well as a group of Vivics, and Poisandra introduces Sledge, who flies in on a jetpack. The villains end up laughing at the Rangers since Sledge can't believe that they're the ones who destroyed the Frost monster, before Koda tells Tyler that he sees Fury in the distance. Tyler sees Fury signal to Sledge, who then says the Rangers stole his energems before Keeper arrives. Keeper says that the energems don't belong to anyone, especially Sledge, but Sledge explains that he waited millions of years in space for a comet to pass so that he could ride it all the way back to Earth, adding that his waiting will be worth it once he gets the energems and destroys Keeper. Keeper tells Sledge that if he tries to take the energems from the Rangers, he will be the one that will be destroyed, before leaving the Rangers to apparently handle the situation. Chase decides to morph, but notices that Tyler has been distracted by Fury this whole time, so the team snaps him out of it before morphing into action. Unfortunately, the Rangers don't put up much of a fight and end up getting beaten so badly that they demorph, but Sledge becomes tired and tells the Rangers they have 1 hour to deliver the energems to him, or the Earth will be destroyed. The villains then leave, and Riley says the Rangers need to find a way to beat Sledge together, but Tyler notices Fury walking away and decides to follow him. Shelby stops Tyler, assuming that he wants to find out what happened to his dad, but Tyler says he saw Fury signal to Sledge, adding that he's got a hunch that something's up. Chase tells Tyler to forget his hunch since they need to be a team and work together, but Tyler says they don't always have to be together to work together before leaving. Chase says that they'll have to solve this problem without Tyler before the group heads back to the lab. As Fury is followed by Tyler, he stops when he smells a human nearby, so Tyler hides behind a rock. Following Tyler's scent, Fury goes to the rock, but before he can destroy it, Sledge shows up, saying the Rangers took his bait. Sledge goes on to say that Scrapper is following the Rangers to their base, and when Scrapper tells him where it is, he'll destroy it and take the energems. Once the villains leave, Tyler tries to warn the others with a communicator that I'm going to assume Miss Morgan gave him, but it's broken, so Tyler tries to beat the others to the base on foot.
Jeez!
Too late, Red Ranger! Secret's out! Oh, I can't wait to get back and tell Sledge the news!
Not if I can help it.
I hope this bucket of bolts makes it back to the ship!
Whoa, Tyler, who taught you how to drive, man? Carter Grayson? Scrapper causes Vivics to grow out of the ground and orders them to attack Tyler, so he morphs to take them on, and using his Dino Saber, Tyler is able to take them down. Back at the lab, Miss Morgan upgrades the Rangers' chargers so they'll be able to activate an armor mode called Dino Steel, and Shelby asks if this new mode will be strong enough to defeat Sledge, but Chase says it might have been if Tyler hadn't left them. The alarm goes off, signaling Tyler's fight with Scrapper, so the Rangers run off and give him some help. Back with Tyler, he tries to blast Scrapper, but Wretch suddenly appears and blocks the attack, so Tyler begins fighting him instead. However, Wretch beats Tyler down enough to cause him to demorph, and as Wretch is ready to finish Tyler, he is blasted by the others. The team checks on Tyler, with Chase saying that he could have been destroyed since he's fighting alone, and Tyler says Chase is right, but so was his hunch, before explaining Sledge's plan to the others. With everything clear now, Tyler says it's time for them to fight the monster together, so Chase gives him his upgraded Dino Charger before the team morphs to take on Scrapper and Wretch. The Rangers use their new chargers to activate Dino Steel, as Scrapper orders some Vivizords to rise and attack.
Chase, use your new Parachopper.
No problem, mate. Power Chopper, blast!
Let's try my new Raptor Claw! Is that all you've got?
Not even close, tin can.
Take this! Raptor Slash!
No! Can you handle my new weapon? Triceradrill, coming through!
Stego Shield! We see how tough you really are! Caveman, toss! Guys, I could use some help here!
Time to see what my Zord can do! Dino Charger, ready! Summon Tricerazord!
Tricera Charger, engage!
Well, that was pretty awesome. With the Tricerazord, Shelby is able to take down the Vivazords before Tyler combines his and Koda's power to take down Scrapper. Sledge then uses a Magna Beam to cause Scrapper to grow, so Tyler calls the T-Rex Zord to fight the monster. Ms. Morgan tells Koda to call his Stegozord, saying she may have found a way to combine the Zords. Koda does so when the Stegozord hits Scrapper before the Zords combine to form the Tristego formation of the Dino Charge Megazord. Tyler, Shelby, and Koda then engage in a really awesome Megazord fight where they are able to finish off Scrapper for good. After the fight, the Rangers go to work at the restaurant where Chase apologizes to Tyler for thinking he abandoned the team, and Tyler apologizes for going off on his own, saying that the team works better together. Shelby continues to complain that she's still a waitress, but Tyler says working at the restaurant is a blast before trying to show her a trick he learned with a hamburger, and the episode ends with Koda trying to eat the burger in one bite, but he ends up spitting it at the others. This episode not only impressed me with how good it was in comparison to what I was expecting, but it also has what I believe to be the most clever and fitting episode title in the history of Power Rangers in general. The Fool's Hour is supposed to be an obvious hint that Sledge was lying about giving the Rangers an hour to surrender the Energems to him, but the hint is so cleverly hidden that I didn't know about Sledge's real plan until he outright said it. Another thing that also surprised me about this episode was the revelation that the Rangers won't age as long as they are bonded to the Energems. Not only is this a neat science fiction idea, but it further adds more intensity to what will happen should Sledge get his hands on the Energems. The episode also does a really good job of using Sledge's evil plan as a way to separate Tyler from the others believably, while also reinforcing the idea of teamwork. Chase represents the argument that the Rangers should always be together so that they're ready to take on any challenge that arises, but Tyler represents the argument that while they can't always be together, they can still work as a unit even when separated. And I love how neither of them is definitively right at the end. Chase learns to trust Tyler's judgment as a character, while Tyler learns that the team needs him as a leader and that the Rangers are stronger together. I only have one little gripe about this episode, and that is there doesn't seem to be a reason for why Fury is standing separately from Sledge when he confronts the Rangers. And had Fury not been standing there, it wouldn't have tipped Tyler off that something was up. But I can forgive that since his presence helps to further establish the growing conflict he has with Tyler, and because of how well the show is paced, I can't wait for when these two confront each other for the first time. Even the action sequences are much better in this episode as opposed to the last one. Not only do the fights seem faster paced, but the addition of Dino Steel to the Rangers' arsenal makes for some really fun action scenes. We are also introduced to one of the combinations of the Megazord in this episode, which while I feel that the combination sequence is a little too long, any fight that has that theme behind it can't help but be awesome. Overall, this is a pretty strong episode. Despite my complaints, it focuses primarily on the interactions that the Rangers have with each other, while also setting up some key elements that are sure to make for interesting episodes down the line, with some really nice action to tie the whole thing together. I'm Nick, aka Iron Man 1993, and may the power protect you.